Despite everything that you're hearing, this may be the best time in history to be in the mortgage business, not just because rates have been coming down, but because in the last 12 months, the clients that we coach who've made 5 simple shifts that anybody can make, they've increased their income on average by $127,000. And they've done that while only working 32 hours a week. And today I'm going to show you exactly how to make those 5 shifts for yourself, no matter where you're starting from. Okay, now before we dive in, let me be very clear who this is for. This is for mortgage professionals who want and are committed to building a real, sustainable, long-term business. One that's built on repeat and referral so that you have the freedom to live what we call an inspired life. An inspired life is simple. It's where you're making doctor-level money. You have the time to actually enjoy it too, all while making a real difference in the lives of your clients. Because what we do really, really matters to people. Now, let me start by asking you this. Does this ever sound like you? Do you ever look at your pipeline and think, hey, you know what? If a couple of these fall apart, I'm in real trouble this month. Or do you know that you should be out building relationships, but you're so slammed that you can't get to it? Do you ever feel like you're grinding nonstop, but your income still seems to be all over the place? And have you ever thought, I know I can be so much better than I am right now? If so, I have really good news for you guys, because none of that is the problem. Those are just symptoms of the problem. The real problem is that you haven't made all 5 of the key shifts that I'm going to go over here today. Because once you do, everything changes. You'll know exactly where your next deal is going to come from, not just this month, but every single month. And people are already going to trust you before that first call. And you'll get your time back. So if we haven't met before, my name is Deryck Cheney, and I discovered these shifts the hard way. My first manager was a really nice guy, but he only spoke in motivational quotes. When I asked him, like, how do I do this business? He literally goes, hey, Deryck, you ever see that Nike commercial? Just do it. So I tried again. I was like, hey, man, no, what do I actually do? And what do I actually say to get business? And he goes, Deryck, shoot for the moon. And if you miss, you're going to land amongst the stars. Those first couple years, man, were miserable for me. I was on that roller coaster. I had all that problem that I just talked to you guys about. I'd have a good month and I'd think I should go buy a boat. And then I'd have a bad month and I'd think that we should sell our house and go move to a trailer. It was absolutely miserable. And that stress really bled into everything in my life. But I did understand the value of coaching because in my background before mortgages, I actually got to coach professional tennis. I got to coach against guys like Nadal and Federer. I didn't coach those guys, but I got to coach against them. And I learned something that changed my life. Is the top people in any industry, sports, business, whatever, they don't do more. They only do the things that work and they ruthlessly block out everything else. I hired coaches that had the business and life that I wanted to hold me accountable to only doing the things that actually move the needle. And before too long, I had my $111 million year. That was my best year. And for the last 11 years now, we've been coaching loan officers all over the country to how to build great businesses and live great lives as well. Here's the first shift. It all starts with how you answer one simple question. What do you do? Now, most people answer the same way. They'll say something like, I'm a loan officer that has good products or service, or something like that. And the second that those words leave your mouth, something subtle but deadly just happened. They made a decision about you, okay? And what they did is they put you in a box. And the boxes that they put you in is a rate and fee quoter. And you cannot build a great business from that identity because Rocket and Zillow, they already own that space, okay? They're the McDonald's of our industry. They're cheap and they're convenient and they make you feel terrible afterwards. And guys, you can't out McDonald's. You beat McDonald's by becoming the best steakhouse in town. Here's what I mean. There's 2 games being played right now. Down here and to the left, that's where everyone is fighting, okay? But you operate up and to the right, and where you're giving guidance and you're giving leadership and you're taking care of people, where you're really helping people feel very confident about making a tough decision for them, some of the biggest decisions in their lives. When you stand there, that's where the best referral partners live, that's where clients who value you live, and that's where time freedom lives as well. And it all starts with how you communicate. When you communicate, you want to describe yourself in a way that instantly signals that you're up there and to the right and not down here and to the left, so that people know that you're different. For instance, when a realtor asks you what you do, instead of saying, hey, I'm a loan officer with these kind of products, say something like this. We close loans on time with no surprises, so you look great for referring us. Notice what changes? You're not selling products or services. You're solving their core problem, and that shows them what they're truly looking for. Or when a client asks you what you do, try something like this. I help you make the best decision on the biggest purchase of your life so that you feel very confident moving forward. And then I stay in your corner for life when you need me again. Notice what changed is you're not quoting rates. What you're doing is you're positioning yourself as a trusted guide that's on their team. And when you do that, everything changes. Now add in the second shift. The second shift is one that very few talk about, but it is big if you can get this. Once you see it, you cannot unsee it. Early on in my coaching career, I'd give two people the exact same script, word for word. And one would go on to build these great partnerships, and one would get absolutely ghosted with the same words, the same script. But some people got completely different results. And this used to keep me up at night. I'd be like, how can I be a world-class coach if I can't get everybody results? Luckily, a friend gave me a book called Power versus Force. And here's what this guy proved in 25 years worth of research. That in every human interaction, there's a transference of energy. And that energy is either pulling people towards you or it's pushing them away. Here's what I mean. You know when your spouse walks in the room and says nothing and you instantly ask, hey, what's wrong? How did you know that something was wrong? Is you felt their energy. And here's what's wild. It's really easy to read other people's energies, but our biggest blind spot in life is being aware of the energy that we're giving off to other people. And that's a problem because we're not just in the mortgage business, we're actually in the people business. So I created a ladder for our clients to give them a visual where the green energies are on top and the red energies are on the bottom. And here's how it works. When you show up in green, when you're warm and you're calm and you're confident and you have no agenda, people feel safe around you. Their guard drops and they trust that feeling. And that's when they partner with you, and that's when they do business with you, and that's when they refer you. But when you're down here in red, when you're feeling needy or you're anxious, you're trying to get something from somebody, that's when they pull back. And that's when they shop you more. That's when they ghost you more. Your biggest competitive advantage in this industry isn't your rates or your product. It's actually your energy. And when you master this, you become magnetic. Referral partners trust you with their best clients. Deals feel a lot easier. And the best part is this is a learnable skill. Now, we work with every one of our clients individually on this because everybody's different, but I'll give you a couple things right now so that you can start shifting your energy into that good zone. Stop watching the mental movie of what you don't want to happen, okay? If you pay attention, all your stress and anxiety comes from thoughts like, what if this deal doesn't close? What if the appraisal's too low? Turn that movie off. Speak an I am statement. Something like, I am building a business where I help over 100 people a year and I do it while I still have a life. When you do that, you'll feel calm and at ease, and that's when people feel that around you. That's when they choose you. Another way to do it is only give yourself two options on how you interpret any situation. You're either learning or you're winning. A deal falls apart, you're learning something. Okay, a deal closes smooth, you're winning. Go celebrate that. This can change everything for you. And when you operate in this way, and you'll see that your energy shifts, and that's when you start to feel unstoppable. And here's the fastest way to shift your energy. It's actually the third shift. Have a clear vision of what you're building. Your entire life changes when you know exactly what you want and you go after it like you're on a mission. Your decisions get clearer and your energy follows. Let me show you what that actually looks like in practice. Not too long ago, a client came to a live event. He was skeptical, but he did do the work. And in the last 12 months, he helped 100 clients, and he worked 32 hours a week. He took real vacations. And oh, by the way, he's a father of 4 and 8's his oldest. Here's how his business breaks down. He has 10 referral partners that are sending him on average 5 deals a year, 20 that send him 1. And then he has 100 VIP clients where 20 people come back. Either they refer him or they come back and do a deal. and then he gets 10 deals from social and some other people in his network. Guys, that's a real business that's built to last. It's sustainable, it's predictable. And now go on to the fourth shift. And here's how you build it, which is the fourth shift. And this one is based on research. I didn't just make this up. What I've done for the last 11 years is every time I run into a top agent, I ask them 2 questions. The first question that I ask them is, how did you meet the lender that you work with now? This is how it broke down. 40% said they were referred by another trusted professional. 30% said that they worked together on a deal together or something like that. And then the other 30% came from intentional relationship building where people gave value first without an agenda. The second question that I asked them is, if the right lender showed up, would you be open to working with someone new? Guess what it was? 80% said yes. Okay, so the best agents are open to great lenders. They're open to people like you. They just choose you based on trust and familiarity. So what I did is I built a client generation system around that system and around this research that I have. So that every action that you take is either a withdrawal or it's a deposit. Okay. Asking for referrals before you've actually earned them, that's actually a withdrawal. Another one would be pitching too early. That's a withdrawal as well. So, but what we teach and what we help our clients do, it's fascinating how good this works, is we make 4 days of pure deposits, okay? On Monday is our world-class service day where we're demonstrating what we do, where we update every client, we update every realtor that we're working with without an agenda. We're just demonstrating how we actually serve people. And we're showing them that they made the right call by trusting you, okay? Tuesday is our VIP Client for Life day. That's where we do 5 reach outs to past clients where you're keeping your word to them that you're actually going to be in their corner for life, which is so important. This is how people come back to you. This is how referrals happen without you having to ask them. It's really, really cool. The Wednesday is our pipeline and our, what I would call our planning seed day, where we reach out to everyone who's house hunting, okay? All your pre-approvals, you add value to 3 new referral partners as well that day, and you're staying visible on social with either DMs or commenting. And on Thursday is our Multiply Trust Day. That's where we do videos like this. All we teach is start with 1. It is difficult, but once you start getting the hang of it, it becomes a billion times easier. There's no better way to print trust than by doing video. When people see you and they feel your energy, that's how you actually build trust. Okay. Our clients who do this system, this is important, is they typically can go from 0 loans a month to 5 loans a month. And it takes them about 110 days. I've tracked this for a really long time with all of our clients. But all I can tell you is that everybody that does it consistently, they're in the right energies and they do this system. I've never not had anybody get to this, which is right at the time to add in the 5th shift. Now, the 5th shift is where you build an exceptional client experience. When your process is clear and it's organized and it's detailed, 2 things happen. First, every client gets a flawless experience. And secondly, they rave about you. We help our clients create a visual map of how your business actually flows, from the first contact to closing to all the way to lifetime relationship. There's no gray areas. There's no guessing what to do on every file. Every step is clear and spelled out. When you have this, you don't have to then hire somebody to save you from overwhelm. You're actually hiring someone to run your system. And that's how you get A players on your team. Okay, that's how you can have a real loan partner who can help you do the loans so that you can be out continuing to generate those loans. This is what I've seen. When you add this in, I've seen production can double fast. Okay, those are the 5 shifts. I'll go over them again. Communicate in a way that signals that you're different. Master your energy. Be specific about what you want your life and business to be. Work a proven system. And then have an exceptional client experience. We're on a mission to help good loan officers build real businesses in a healthy and sustainable way. From my own experience in coaching hundreds of LOs, I can tell you don't need more information. You need to master these 5 shifts that I've shared with you today. I honor you for betting on yourself. This business is not easy. 1 minute you're completely in fear and worried about your pipeline, rates go down and you get completely overwhelmed. Those loans close, rates go up a little bit, and now you're back to being worried about your pipeline. What we do is we bring simplicity back to your business so that it stops feeling so chaotic like this. Okay, and we help you shift from thinking of yourself as just a salesperson who's only as good as your last loan to a real business owner who's building a business that serves 100 families a year. You do it in under 40 hours a week so that you actually enjoy your life. I promise it's doable. Here's how we do it. We do one-on-one coaching with either me or a coach of mine that has been a client first. We put you in a community along with other people that are building the same kind of business, and they're there to push you when things get hard. And we do live events in places that inspire you. We are all in to help our clients, but this does only work if you're committed to building this kind of business and life, and that you see coaching as an investment and you thrive with accountability. If that's you, then I invite you to book a call. This is what we'll do. It's not with a salesperson. It's with a coach, one of us, and we'll talk about where you are right now in your business. We'll talk about where you want to be in your business. And then we'll help you decide if we're a fit to help you get there. We don't do any pitches. We're not going to sell you on anything. We're not pressure people. If you're ready for this, then I invite you to click the link. Look forward to meeting you. See you.